We used to say in our tradition, for example, if something appears in your lifetime that you like, you see something that you like, or you hear something that you like. So something comes there into your lifetime and you like it. Then we say, don't pull. Don't pull. If something appears in your lifetime that you don't like, that means that you would normally reject. There we say, don't push. And where does it come from? And in this example, it means if I start to pull it towards me. So I like it. That's why I want to keep it as good as I can, and I want to bring it even closer to me than it really is. Then what is going to happen is one day, when the time comes, whatever you try to pull towards you, it's simply going to move even away from you. At the same time, something comes and you rejected it right from the beginning. It's just a question of time until whatever you push away from you starts to move very close to you. You just need to watch around you from the moment that we are born. From the moment that we are born, your amount of inhalation and exhalation is exactly 50-50. The amount of days and the amount of nights until right now, it's 50-50. Yeah, so that means it looks like this nice wave function, this wave form. And in many different traditions, it's a simple expression that we say, nothing stays the way how it is. Success never stays success, because success is based upon failure. A healthy person never will stay only healthy. He is healthy because sickness exists. A rich man never stays rich forever. He's only rich right now because poorness also exists. And now the question is like this. If you realize this for yourself and you see that yes, somehow right now it's really good, my business is going good, my health, I'm really fine, everything is great. But then you also realize, yes, but now I'm at this one. Now I feel like now I'm about to lose a lot of things, now it's not working good. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. So then you invest again energy and push yourself up. And you realize, I have the skills, I have the knowledge, I know how to do it, that's why it's working. But no matter how hard I try, again it starts to descend. It's like it's not in my hands anymore. And then for us the question is simply like this. After you are observing this type of structure of life often enough, maybe one day we're gonna ask ourselves, there must be another way of handling and walking through this lifetime without always being caught inside these up and downs of life. Yes, and this is how I would at the moment express what that whole expression and idea is about: harmony, about balance, about stability, about unity. It means that you feel into your life right now, feel inside how you feel about your life right now. And now everything that you are doing, try to make it in such a way that your feelings on the inside do not have huge fluctuations. Yeah? So that means somebody gives you a present, and normally before you would be very, very euphoric, so you had this great happiness rising. Practice a little bit, don't let it rise too quick. So somebody give you a present, you can be still very, very thankful you are. But your emotional state is not rising. Yeah? At the same time, before, somebody maybe from your team, he told you, oh, I'm sorry, but this one project I tried, it didn't work out, so no results there. And normally maybe before we would be angry and would be sad about it and would say, oh, what the hell, yeah? But this time it's just like, even with this bad message inside of you, don't let it drop. It doesn't drop. It remains. Yeah? And in a way that means this is just the first beginning to learn and control yourself. That you are not following these fluctuations of lifetime. It doesn't mean you cannot. At every time you can still decide, but now I want to be happy. Now I want to have this expressive feeling. This is not a problem. But only after you have learned that you can also remain in a stable state. Because what is the advantage of this stable state? You know what you can build your life upon. No matter if you are going to be rich in this lifetime, you don't lose yourself. Yeah? If somebody insulting you very, 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 very much, you know you are never going to lose yourself. There is that one person in this lifetime that that person cannot be raised more than he is, and he cannot be lower more than he is, because he has always been stable. No matter how many compliments you give him, he will always remain stable. He won't raise up. No matter how much you insult him, you cannot insult him, because you cannot get him down, because he is always remaining in the stable state. He's unshakable. And this is, in a way, maybe, and 100% compatible when it comes to striving for something. It's just that during the times things are going to change. Nobody in the Shaolin Temple, not from the Shaolin Temple in China, and not from the Shaolin Temple here, and not in any other martial art aspects, has ever came out a very highly skilled master or grandmaster or teacher or instructor who did not somewhere in his mind had the willpower to strive for a better version of himself. Yeah? Those skills did not come from sitting and dreaming about having them. They came because you could see yourself evolving to a better version, and that's why you took the initiative and pursued that goal. And if this better version of yourself now involves physical skills, or if it involves mental skills, or if that if that additional benefit means financial wealth, at the end it doesn't really matter what it is. Yeah? It's always worthwhile to strive for something that you regard as important for your life. But now comes the point. We are regarding these things as important for our life. But now you ask yourself the question, what is going to happen when a martial art practitioner, you from the Shaolin Temple, now you are still physically active? Now you can still perform a lot of different things. You can still express everything that you have attained through all this hardship and the training. But you're also getting old. So maybe in 5-10 years you can't do all of this anymore. So how are you going to feel about it? If I would have not stopped, or if I would have not paid close attention already, to not rely my being only on these physical abilities, it would probably be really hard. It would be really hard to realize that others, they are younger, others, they are having more time for training even. So it's impossible to rely my being on something that I have attained. Something that you have attained, you are going to lose. Attainment is there because you can lose it. But attainment also means it's not you. You are the one who can attain things. That's why don't identify yourself with the attainment. Don't identify yourself as rich. You can be rich, but you are not richness. Because richness will leave you one day. But if I can be rich, I can be rich. But if this richness one day leaves, well, then it left, but I am still me. That's the difference. I can be a successful person, but I am not success. Because if you are success, you're gonna lose it. Yeah, and so this is it's just a small mental switch, I would say, that makes the difference. Yeah, it is absolutely irrelevant, and it's 100% compatible if somebody decides he wants to have and live a very expressive way of life nowadays in the 21st century. That is the freedom that you have right now. That is the purpose why we all are able to live a life, to find a way. How do you want to express yourself in this world? And in the best case, what type of spirit, what type of expression can you contribute to that zeitgeist, to that conscious spirit at the moment? Not all the 8 billion people right now on the world need to have the same spirit. But the more people are there that are causing chaos, the more spirit of structure and stability and order must also exist in the same time frame. We don't have to be everybody the same. But because there are people that are based upon injustice, we need to be people that are righteous. So, and the question for every single one is simply, what type of contribution are you willing to give to that spirit? It starts with your abilities. Yeah? It starts, be responsible for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Feel yourself the thankfulness about this life, the thankfulness towards your parents. Yeah? You need to feel it first. And when you feel it, then you can make other people around you feel it. Because you know what type of feeling it is that you want to transmit to them. And this is what life is about. It's the transmission of feeling. Yeah? And this feeling is separated from the way how things look on the outside. Somebody can ride the bicycle and he has that feeling. Somebody can lay on the beach and he has that feeling. Somebody can practice the martial arts and he has the feeling. Somebody can just film his video and make his footage and he has this feeling. It's not on the outside how it looks that what is important, what is the value of all of this. It is the feeling which is underlying all of this. And that's the only thing that amongst 8 billion people, what would be able to have in common, a feeling, never the way how we live our life.